start talking about our today's topic, that is Development Query Tuesday. And today we are going to talk upon development. How can we promote development of a baby from the age of 7 months to 9 months of age? Because every child is born with a urge to do something more. They want to do something more every time, and we have to promote that ability of theirs of doing something more, or trying to do something new. So how can we do that? As your baby grows to this age of 7 to 9 months, you will see that the baby is trying to explore new things. They are already turning on their tummy. They are trying to go on their fours, okay, that is crawling, or dimiature chalta, as we say. Okay, hi Helen Naik. Okay, so dimiature chalta, as we say, or they are trying to go on their fours. They are trying to grab things. They are trying to grab things and get them to the mouth. So we have to be very, very careful at this stage, because they are already exploring the world. They are trying to get into new forms of locomotion. What is by locomotion is they're trying to move themselves from one place to the other. So that might be either rolling, or maybe crawling, or maybe going on their butts. There are some babies who really move very nicely. They sit on their buttocks and they just jump on their buttocks. You must have seen some of the videos. So these are the ways they are going to explore world. So what is your duty during this time? First and foremost is safety first. See that things are safe around them. The toys that they play with should be safe, not something with things jutting out which can affect the baby, or not something which is directly attached to the electronic circuit, or not something which has small parts which will just come off and the child can eat. Because I have many patients who come with foreign bodies. That is, they have got these toys, pieces of toys, either in the nose, in the ear, get stuck in the mouth. So we have to remove them. So see that small parts are the whatever games are there, or whatever toys are there, don't have small parts which will go directly in the baby's mouth, nose, or the nose or ears. Okay, so the parts should not be very, very small, especially like knobs of one toy, or if you say the doll, the shoes of the doll, the jewelries of the doll, okay, or the earrings of the doll. Invariably your child will go pick up that small earring and put it in the mouth or the nose. Okay, so we be very careful what toys you are giving to the child. Okay, so if at all these are about the toys. Then going to the furniture, see that your furniture is moved away, especially the furnitures which have very sharp corners, or furnitures which have things which may bump into the head of the baby. So be careful about these furnitures. Either remove them. When a baby is there, it's always better not to have any furniture in the house. Let the baby explore like that. Also remove items which are very lightweight, like some plastic item, like a pot, or you have some plant in the hall. Okay, child will usually try to hold on to these things and stand up, so they may fall. If the things are very, very lightweight, the child may fall. So try to move away such type of things, so that the child doesn't fall. They can hold to the sofa instead. Sofa is so sturdy. Okay, but the same thing they can't do with things like pot, or things like some what is this, lamp shades and all that you keep for beautifying the place. It may be dangerous for the baby. Plus the doors. Okay, the doors, the door knobs have to be properly, you have to see that they don't slam, because the child can put their fingers over there. Then the drawers, the drawer lock should be put so that properly placed, so that the child doesn't place it. They should be either child safety or just lock them. Okay, so someone has asked me a question. Sai Mamre, hi. She asked me, why do children mouth objects? Is it of concern? No, mouthing objects is not of concern. Okay, the mouthing object is one of the development phase that the child is supposed to have. Again, as I say, God has made us in a way, we try to adjust to the adult life as we become big. Okay, then one more question coming up. Rishan, I will answer you too. Okay, I will answer Sai's question first. So the mouthing of object is a development itself, and why they do the mouthing. Now the child is ready to start having food from outside, and we are supposed to encourage this habit of mouthing by giving them good food to eat. What happens is, most of the times you will see that the child is mouthing, yay, hooray, get one, what is that small nipple baby nipple thing, or the nibbler, put it in the mouth, so that the baby just does That's it. So that mouthing is something that the child misses. So when the baby starts mouthing, start giving them something in their hand, like a big apple. Let the baby take it and start biting it. Okay. So why I said big apple, because it will not go again. Don't give small stuff which we get, the child may get choked. Okay. Or give some finger foods like maybe your this say potato, the big potato. What is it? Finger chips. Okay. But they're soft ones. Okay. So that the baby can bite it. The best is your own the chapati. Just make the chapati into fine strip like thing, give it in the baby's hand, let them bite. Or bhakri, what we say, make a thick bhakri of jawar or something like that, and let them bite it. Or nice cookies which are made at home. Okay, homemade cookies of wheat or rice or ragi, those things you can give them to bite, and make the cookies a little bit hard so that the baby goes on biting. They like to bite those bone like stuff at that time, because the teething is also happening, plus they are having that craving of eating outside stuff. So the mouthing object is something which is very much natural for the growth of the baby. And why it is of concern is because they start mouthing each and everything which is around them. They will mouth the chappal also if they find it in the place where they are playing. Okay, so they will just take it mouth, because they don't know it's chappal, they don't know where it is used. Okay, they will just, and for them it's a new taste, so they really don't care what they are mouthing. So we have to be careful what they are mouthing. Now again, as I mentioned, nibblers. Yes, one good thing about nibblers is that you can put the things inside them, like some what is this, fruits and all, and the child can go on nibbling, and in that case put it in the deep freezer so that it's a little bit harder. Okay, the next question is, doctor, can we use kangaroo carry bags? So Rishan, yes, you can use kangaroo carry bags. There are kangaroo carry bags with proper support to the back, so those would be best. And we actually advise kangaroo mother care. Now this is another concept wherein the baby is actually held in a kangaroo bag in between the caregiver's breast or around the chest. Now why I am saying breast or chest is, kangaroo mother care can be given by father also, grandmother, grandfather, auntie, uncle, everyone. Basically we require a functional body, that is a live body, which will give the warmth of the body to the baby. So the same concept comes even in the kangaroo bag. Yes, you can use kangaroo bag, and that is much better than what I feel is that you hold the baby in that bag like thing. Okay, it is your choice basically. So but if a small baby is there, is very small in weight, the weight is an issue, then kangaroo mother care and kangaroo bags can help them a lot. Okay, now one thing is that the back support has to be proper. So when the baby is in the kangaroo bag, there are different type of kangaroo bags that you see in the market. Okay, even I don't know many of them, but then the one with the proper back support would be better advised, because the child between 1 to 4 months doesn't have a proper back support. They will couch upon it. So when you put in the kangaroo bag, they will be like this. So see that you hold your hand. Okay, but it is not always possible. Suppose mother is the only one who is riding the scooter, then she won't be able to hold the baby. So in that case, see something with a proper support, so that the baby is with that support. Okay, and has a proper back support. So that is about the kangaroo bag. Yes, you can use it. I do advise it if at all, but I don't know, there are so many varieties, I don't know which variety you are talking about. Okay, then yes, so now we go to the next one, how to promote the growth. Okay, talk to the baby is the second thing here in promoting the growth. Like today itself there was a patient wherein they came complaining that the child doesn't respond to his sound, and the child has been watching a lot of TV and mobile, because this is a big problem. Okay, that both the parents are working and there is no one to look after the baby. There is either a servant or some senior citizen at home who is looking after the baby, cannot manage baby. So it is easy way out is the mobile is on or the TV is on. And now I know it is a problem that each and every parent is facing, and I don't blame the parents, because because of the small families, nuclear families, and over engagement of parents in their own what is that career. Okay, now everyone has become career oriented. That's why these problems are coming up. I'm not saying that the parents should not be career oriented, everyone has to be, but somewhere from that you have to shell out that time and spend with your children, and speak to them, open up to them. There are few gifts that you can give to your child which don't cost anything: hugs, kisses, love, a family, friend, Okay, then what else is it? Hugs, kisses, then a nice embrace, a good memory to the baby. Okay, these are the ones you can give to the baby free of cost, and this is what is going to really help the baby out and help the baby talk a lot. So that's why talk to the baby, be expressive to them, read loud to them. There are books which come with big loud big writing and colorful writing. I'll just show you some book which is just lying here. You know Yes, let me just see here, big bold writing, colorful writing. Okay, so this sort of writing, the books are there are books which are with big fat writing, big drawings and big books, so you can just invest in these books. Or maybe there are some libraries online also, there are so many groups on Facebook wherein they shift the book, so you can get involved in some groups of this sort, so that you can shift the group, because one book the baby will not on reading. So maybe you can read one book, shift it to some other parents, get their book, read that book. Okay, or get attached to some school library wherein they have these books. So you start reading is the best thing. It will develop their talking skills, their reading skills also. Okay, so Sai Mamre also asked, how can we handle temper tantrums? Yes, Sai Mamre, temper tantrum is a big topic in itself. So temper tantrum, yes, that is something, this concept. First and foremost, children are conditioned learners. Now what is meant by conditioned learners is that they learn, if I do this, this is the way the person behaves. If I do this, this is the way the person behaves. So then they understand. If I cry a bit, howl a bit, bang my head a little bit, mommy will listen, papa will listen, they will give me the chocolate, they will give me the toy, or they will do whatever I want. Basically, ungli pe nachao. So they learn that over time. And that is why it is called conditioned learning. That is, they learn through the conditions that they are presented with. That's why you have to be very careful when you are behaving, okay, the way you are behaving. Like suppose if the baby is asking for some unreasonable thing, don't give up, don't listen to the baby. Okay, moment they come to know, अरे भाई मुझको तो कोई भाव ही नहीं दे रहा है, there is absolutely no attention to whatever I do, over time they will stop doing it. The problem in our society is this, like mama ne nahi diya, papa ne diya, grandmother, grandfather who are there in the family will pitch in like, no, oh, it's okay, I will give it to you. So that should not happen. They should not understand that if mama, papa doesn't give, someone else is giving, and that someone else is actually trying to spoil the baby there without knowing. I mean, that person doesn't know that they are doing. Okay, the same problem comes up with even age appropriate work. I think yesterday only I had done one video on age appropriate work for 2 to 4 years, and to tell you the truth, I myself go through so much of problem while doing this age appropriate work, because I have two kids. One is going to be 12 in this February, the other one is already 10 years, and I request them to do work. It's not that I order them, I request them to do work, and certain works they have to do. Like my kids have to make the table for the lunch and dinner, they have to help me empty the dishwasher. Filling is what I do, but empty the dishwasher. Okay, so there are certain works that the child has to do, and they have to do, because over time we have to understand that this is our life. We don't have servants for each and everything, right? There are things that we have to do by ourselves. So that's why that's why this type of learning is important. So I think temper tantrums, I have answered you. Okay, the thing is, you have to understand what is the temper tantrum that the baby is throwing up, and if it is unreasonable, don't give up to it. The second question Sahi is asking is it okay to hit a child? No, it is not okay to hit a child. I mean, there are physical abuses also which go on, please not that, but that doesn't mean to say that don't have a threat on the child. Okay, there are different ways of making the child listen to you. One is by nicely talking to them. There are some times that the child doesn't listen, then very aakhe you can use, like don't do it. Okay, so the eyes are something that you can use. Try to use your hands, and too much of language should be also something that you have control on, because child learns from you. Tomorrow if you tend to give some bad word out, be sure your child is going to say the same thing to someone else, and that's going to insult you. So your eyes you can use, like no, that sort of stuff you can try doing, so that the child over time understands that. Today when my daughter doesn't listen to me if I do this, and my mother-in-law is a very sober, very simple lady, she will never ask the grandchildren to do anything. So my daughter herself asked her, why don't you ask us to do work, and if we don't do work, no, you should do this. the way mama does. So my daughter was actually teaching the grandmother how to make others listen. So over time that condition, so my children have conditioned and learned that. Okay, so Sahi says thank you. So Sahi, I hope I answered it correct, because I know you are also into development field, I think about speech or something. So I hope I answered it correctly. I know I've answered, but I just want your opinion. Okay, I think that's it for today. We have already completed 15 minutes, and this was about development. And what I wanted to tell is development between 7 to 9 months. See that it is safe development. Talk to the baby. Have a lot of facial expressions on the face when you talk to someone. That really helps the babies to pick up that habit of talking with speech. Okay, so he says yes, doctor. So thank you. Okay, so I think that's it for today. So let's say bye bye and meet you tomorrow on IGTV for Feeding Query Wednesday. Do share the video, and when you join the video, do share it to other friends so that they also join in. Do let your friends know that tomorrow I'll be there on IGTV. Okay, Supriya P says, thank you doctor for valuable knowledge. You are most welcome. Bye bye.